I have a lot of just an amalgamation of random stuff that I want to get rid of, and I don't want to just throw them away, so I'll just store them in here, and it makes the classroom look unique or memorable. The one that most people point out is that one up there. It says, "I hate kids." That was given to me by the kid that gave me the electric guitar. So if I hated kids, I don't think they would want to give me all this stuff, nor would I put in so much effort to make them comfortable when they're here. When I was 15, 16 years old, I wanted to be a teacher. Like I told my mom and dad that I wanted to be a teacher, and my mom was very supportive of it. She was like, "Oh," but my dad, he was like, "Are you sure?" But once I got to college, I knew I was interested in people, and so I wanted to be a psychologist. But I loved writing, I loved reading, and talking about stories. By the time I was finishing college, I did not want to be a teacher anymore. I just wanted to be a book editor and eventually an author. But I just needed a job once I graduated from San Jose State. And a friend of a friend suggested being a substitute because she was a substitute. So I tried it out, and I ended up loving it. And their principal at the time, he offered me a job. He said that if I go to credential school, get my credential, I could continue working here. That first year of teaching went okay. I was a substitute, so they were very lenient with me. But when I faced my actual first year as the official teacher, things got a little bit more difficult. I convinced myself, even to now, that I don't need help. I can do it myself. I'll figure it out. But last year when teaching the Odyssey, it was the most grueling, painful it was the most painful thing I had ever taught. And it literally, oh, this is horrible. I did not pace it correctly at all. So we still had so much of the story left, but like no school days left. So I literally had to just tell them the ending. I just had to tell them the ending. And I was like, "Do you guys just want to know what happened?" I was like, "Okay, done." It was atrocious, just giving them the ending of the story and calling it a day. That's not teaching. That's just... Something that I've learned now as a teacher is that, as I've gotten older and as I've become an educator, I've learned that educators are not perfect. I make mistakes. They've made mistakes. I have to be a psychologist, a disciplinarian, a counselor, an academic counselor, both emotional and academic. I have to be a teacher. I have to be all these things, and I'm only paid for one of those jobs. I think the thing that makes teaching the most difficult, though, is when I just can't get through to some of the students that really don't want to participate, that don't want to be there. That's what makes it a little bit difficult, because I want you to be here. I want you to be present. And some of them, even though you chose to be here and there's higher stakes to joining an AP class, you're still not willing to push yourself. Like, what was the point? It's the moments when the students say something that, like, they're starting to get it. Because when I read things, when I teach these things, I'm teaching about things that I care about, that I'm interested in. So when I get other people interested in it, whether they just started being interested in it or it turns out they were always into that thing, it just going back and forth, and makes it so much, it makes it fun. It makes the job fun to do, because then you're just talking to people about things that you like. There are very specific things that I like talking about that I'm very interested in. And so if I'm able to express this passion to the students and therefore have them pick up just a little bit of it so that we can have a conversation, that's teaching for me. It's getting them interested in things that they maybe wouldn't think about and having them see things in a different perspective. It kind of just happened. It was not the path I wanted to go down, but 16, 15-year-old me would be very happy with my current self. But this all started because I wanted to read people's writings.